Shalom, shalom. All right. So you said we on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, shalom, Akim. All right, we would like to start out by giving our honor and glory to
Yeah,
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakudash. Double honors to our apostles, great millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. You know, I'm Zahabi to my left, and I just watched the tail end of the elder brother Atazawam in Atlanta. He spoke on something that triggered a lesson I was supposed to do. All right, and he was going into basically investing in the inward man. All right, and I was like, damn, that's a spirit, man. So now that I'm over the brother Yasha's, man, that's what through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, we're gonna do this lesson on, man. All right. So, as a matter of fact, before you get that in Psalms 51, can you get that in Corinthians? How they that are Yahweh Shai are a new creature.
Okay, come.
Yeah. You know, because when you came into this truth, all right, you were born again. That's what Yahweh Shai was talking about. All right, that went over the Pharisee head, man. All right. You have to be born again. But so when you come into this truth, it's like you woke up from a coma, or you are being repaired from a powerful venomous snake bite that basically damaged your brain.
A spiritual resurrection.
It's a spiritual resurrection. So you got to learn how to walk again, talk again, but you have to learn how to walk in the spirit.
That rehabilitation.
So for the first time in our lives, from day to day, we have to learn how to maneuver in the spirit, man. All right.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 17. And said, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai, he is a new creature.
And he's a new creature. All right. So like I said, it's going to say all things are done away with, but you are a new creature. Therefore, you have to grow and cultivate that spiritual man. And we always call it the spiritual man, but it starts off with spiritual baby.
Yep.
You have to grow the baby. All right. When you first run into the elders or brothers at your camp, and you learn the name of Yahweh Shai, you start praying to the name, and you stop eating pork, and you start growing your beard, or the sister stop eating pork. All right, but now you have to learn how to live out to the spirit, because the nature of Babylon, the nature of the world, is to draw out your flesh. So now, once you're born after the new creature, all right, you're living counterclockwise, all right, to the direction of the world, man. Right. So every day you're resisting, man. All right. You had the word you were going to look up?
Yeah, I was looking up that word for creature in the Greek. And when you go into the root word, all right, in the Greek, it's
G2936, Katito.
And when you go into the last definition B, all right, it says to form, to shape, all right, to completely change or transform.
Hey, to completely change or transform, man. So there's all types of spirits, all right, that we have to unplug from, and all types of cultures that we have to detox from, man. Be dead to it, man. All right? And we spiritually have to detox, meaning you have to get the toxins out of you. And you do that by way of baptism, but by way of living after the spirit every day, man. You unplug from American culture, which is basically Roman culture.
Yep.
Then you unplug from Black, Hispanic, Native American culture. All right? So you are detoxing and detaching yourself from all those things. But when you detach from this world, and Yahweh Shai taps into your spirit, he starts multiplying gifts inside of you. You start seeing things in a different light, man. All right?
Reading on, it says 2 Corinthians 5 and 17, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away.
Yeah, your old ways, your old habits. All right? Old things are passed away. All right? Because they that live out of the flesh, you're going to die. And we're living in a path that's going to inevitably kill us, man. All right?
And it says, behold, all things are become new.
Yeah, all things are become new. Because it's like the movie Avatar, when he got into that new body on Pandora, and he was smelling air for the first time, a different type of air, he had a different type of fruit. See, when you come into this knowledge, everything you do is contrary to the flesh, but it's for the spiritual man. That's the way you eat that's beneficial to the spirit. When you eat directly from the earth, meaning you eat non-processed food, that's better for your spirit. You know, when you listen to music, there's not just nigga music all the time. That's investing in your spirit. But essentially, all right, when you're engulfed in this word, man. Then when you go engulfed in this word, Yahushua gives you a filter that sort of makes you not vibe with the world, man.
Yeah, you be out of place.
You be out of place.
And it get to the point where, you know, it get to the point where you can't even act like your old self anymore.
Yeah.
You be so far removed.
No.
Because you know how you kind of, you know, you'll put on your old self when you're around, you know, your family members and different things to try to cloak, you know, what you are. But you get to a point where you really, it's hard to even put on that act because we have become so far removed as we mature in the faith. You know, like we're really foreign to a lot of things that we used to be into.
Yep.
You know, different, like when you grow in the faith, you have different desires. You know, your desire change. Like I said, we understand, you know, the purpose of women now. We understand the purpose of the earth because then when we was younger, we didn't understand the importance of owning land. You know, why the Bible so big about, you know, this specific land.
This agricultural life.
You know, well, Yahushua said, you know, the cattle on 1,000 hills are his, you know, but he was really talking about wealth. Like we didn't know what was going on. Now we understand how these things work. And that's like you saying, like you pour into your inner man, just learning how the earth works. You know, you can make a tincture out the earth. You know, you can make oil out the earth. That connects you to creation, man, and which that pours into your inner man.
And the brother just went into knowing the purpose of women. But you don't just the way the Most High reveals that to you is through detachment. Once you start working on self-control, once you're not a slave to lust, then the Most High open your mind to his real purpose of women. You weren't here to be a sex fiend, man. All right, even in the kingdom, it's not gonna be perverted. We just laying up like a Roman having sex all day, man. So you're gonna understand that all things have their use, including women. All right.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. It said, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish."
Yeah, you know, you run down. We've aged over time in the truth, man. You can watch brothers, the transition. If you followed them from years ago, like that brother got grays in his hair, that brother lost his hair. You know?
Brother face fat.
Brother fat. You know, some brothers got fat, some brothers got skinny. You know what I mean? Hey, but that's the outward man perishing, man. But the inward man, that's who's been growing the whole time. That's who's been growing the whole time, and that's what matters. You know?
And it says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day."
And essentially, the inward man is renewed by the word, man. Something that Apostle Gabar said when I first came into the knowledge in a video. He said, the way you stay in the faith, you keep your head buried in the scriptures, man. And you know, now we've been blessed. I can speak for this camp, man. I've been blessed, and we've been blessed to be amongst each other. That keeps you in the word. That keeps you stimulated, man. It's like being on a particular diet. It's one thing to be on a particular diet, but if you don't have anything to just reinforce why you're in the diet in the first place, it makes it harder, man. You know?
It's all it's gonna be a mindset, you know, that's gonna get us to the kingdom, you know, because like I say, your desire changes as you mature in the faith, and you become so detached, you know, that it's gonna be easier to let this place go, you know, because the kingdom is already within, you know, within Luke. You see, when he said the kingdom, when Yahushua told the disciples that the kingdom is within, that's because what we want to see in the earth is within us. Like we want to see the law, statutes, and commandments enforced in the earth. We want to see our women in order. We want to see the earth, you know, flourishing, and, you know, the plants and the animals, you know, everything just in this strength, you know, and really within this joy, man. You know, that's within us. But that's the kingdom. You see, and that's what, like you said, that's what we're investing in, things within us.
Because we're in a corporate prison. So we're only looking at the planet Earth outside of this glass window. We're only looking at what we're supposed to have. You know? That's us. When you look at the planet Earth, that's our Earth, man. All right.
All right. This is Luke 17:20. It says, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you.
And it's being built up in the faith. That's why I said the inward man is renewed day by day. But when you're storing up this knowledge, where are you storing it? Mm-hmm. Within yourself, man. And you're being groomed to being a king, man. Mm-hmm. You know, like the brother went into, you know, extracting from the earth. That's one of the accolades of coming again as a new creature. Mm-hmm. The new creature is enamored by what the Most High created, man. Mm-hmm. You know, even the cycles of the earth, the water cycle. Mm-hmm. You're like, damn, the Most High really created an earth that's self-sustaining.
Yep.
You know, that's hard to put your head around, man.
And we're going to be the one that manage it.
Yep.
You know, the overseers, you know, of the earth, man, and the affairs of the earth. And that's why, you know, as we learn this knowledge, as the scriptures say, you know, one of our favorite scriptures that we always get into, I get it real quick. Mm-hmm. When you go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, all right, chapter 6 and 20. All right, this is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 20. It said, therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. Yep. You know, because the kingdom is going to be, what's going to oversee the kingdom is wisdom. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to put nations in order. Mm-hmm. All right, women going to be in order. You know, it's certain animals that should be in certain parts of the earth. Mm-hmm. It's certain, you know, things that should be planted in certain parts of the earth. You know, the use of everything, you know, the resins, and you know, it's going to be you're going to get the full use of everything, man, in its fullest estate. And see, that's what the earth is going back to, man. And that's why, you know, some brothers into it more than others, but you know, that's who we are. Like, that's what we was made to do, man. Mm-hmm. You know, to utilize the earth and make it run efficient. Like any king, you know, every king has a mindset to run their kingdom as efficient as possible, man.
Yep. And, well, the earth is a house. Yep. But you can't just move into a house and move people into a house without having house management. Yep. And that's where we get the word economy from. Eco means house. Economy goes back to management. Or me goes back to management. So the earth is a house, but the Most High has to manage that house by way of laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. And the kings, as you said, the kings, which are the hopefully elect, they're going to implement those laws, statutes, and commandments. And that creates a self-sustaining system. One thing I've learned about Yahweh Shema Shai, that he's the originator of self-sustaining systems. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons why you know that Esau is about to experience the military coup through Yahweh Shai, because he doesn't have it's not only is it not righteous, it's not self-sustaining. Every generation degenerates. That's how you know your system failed. Mm-hmm. If everybody could be adulterous, everybody could embrace sexual debauchery, women could be single, they could choose to not have babies. What is that producing in the next generation? All right. That's how you know that somebody has to come and overthrow your kingdom, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
Because it's like you said, how about Shema Shai? He sets up algorithms through his standards, all right, to produce life. Yep. Esau has set up algorithms that lead to death.
Yeah, it's on a decline.
Yeah. So it's already in self-destruction, like you say. How about Shema Shai set it up for self-preservation, the earth, and also for the earth to increase. You know, things are supposed to increase because here it is. You can plant one seed from an apple and it grow into a tree. Because you really can turn one seed to an orchid. You know, if you till it, if you work it long enough, you can turn one seed from an apple into an apple orchard, man.
Well, you know what? Down here in Jackson, Mississippi, we have a street called Pear Orchard. Yep. But some of those apartment complexes within it, they're actually pear trees. Yep. You know, King Solomon had orchards, man. Yep. You know, peach orchards down there in Natchez. Mm-hmm. You know.
And you can come from one seed. Who set that algorithm up?
Yeah, outside.
You plant a seed, the tree grow, Then the tree grow fruit, and every fruit in it has a seed, and you can plant all those seeds, and you keep doing it. See, the earth was meant to multiply. Everything was meant to multiply. Like you say, I read this and then expounds one more point. This is Wisdom of Solomon 1:1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth.
What is righteousness? The laws. These are divine laws given to us by Yahweh, by Shemi Hawashai. But ye that be judges of the earth. The reason why we so in tune with this word, because really, we're about to be in a position of kings.
Yep.
We're going to use the same word that we're reading to run the world, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And it says, ye that be judges of the earth, think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him.
Yep.
Going back to simplicity of heart with simplicity of mind, because Esau makes things complicated. You know, Esau makes everything complicated, like childbirth. You know, here it is. He wants to try to have babies outside the womb. When the womb is already designed, all right, to nourish a child to a particular time.
From the time a woman has her first period.
Yeah. Yep. You know, he wants to try to take a uterus out of a woman and put it into a man.
Yep.
You see? Yep. He overcomplicates everything, man. You know, the animals can't. It's a lot of farm animals that when you have sex, he just, you know, he injects the sperm, you know, into the female animal, man.
This nigga got hybrid animals.
Yeah.
Genetically modified animals.
Yeah, cloned and you know, he overcomplicates and ruins everything. Everything is simple.
Well, another thing he does, he takes the purity from everything.
Yeah.
Inject food with preservatives, additives.
Yeah.
Then it extract, when you process it, you extract the life from it.
Yeah.
You know?
And grass fed.
Yeah.
Look at all the grass on earth. Yeah. But it's only a few cows eat the grass now.
Then he charges you 3 times the amount if it is grass fed.
You know, it's everything is simple.
The other day I bought 2 Granny Smith's apples, man. I bought 2 Granny Smith apples for $2 fucking. I know brothers might be laughing because I'm putting emphasis on it, but that means an apple was $1 each. But you could buy a big bag of chips this big.
Yep.
For like $2 for $5.
Yep.
You know? It's an incentive to kill yourself. You know? You got it, bro.
And just how, you know, going into like even, like I say, the purpose of women. That's why everything, nature itself shows you the purpose of everything. Like that's why women, you know, a man can get multiple women pregnant in a short period of time, you know, because you gotta think like in the kingdom, what each brother start out with, their province gonna grow. You know, your estate, your house is gonna grow. You're gonna have more land. You're gonna have more substance. So the sons that you have, they're gonna be groomed to be rulers over the substance, and then it's gonna be their substance. They're gonna have their own province, and their, you know, then the daughters you have gonna be groomed to be married to other rulers. So it's like the Most High has everything in a perfect setup, and it's not hard.
Well, that's why a big brother said in my father's house, so many mansions. Because Jerusalem is the headquarters. But like I said, we have to have a habitation for our existence. And how's this going to manifest? Those different planets. There's already being created. All right, there's already created, man. All right, the universe is Israel ready. It's already prepped. All right, it's already prepped. The furniture, the house is already there. Now it's time for the inhabitants to be there. All right, and our kingdom, with the kingdom of Yahushua, is going to extend from Jerusalem, all right, to different galaxies. And in the different galaxies, you know, you go on the internet, you'll see that each galaxy has a cluster of stars. But each star is a potential light source to each planet. So one galaxy can realistically have thousands of planets, man. Billions of planets, because it's billions of stars. And just a sun is no more than a star. There's a solar source for the planets within the solar system. All right, but there's billions of stars and trillions of stars. Basically, our Israel is going to be infinite, man. You know?
Psalm 51:6.
Yep.
All right, this book of Psalm chapter 51, verse 6. Behold, thou desire truth in the inward parts.
What is the inward parts? The spirit, man. your spirit is a direct descendant of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Your flesh belongs to the earth. All right, so when your spirit ascends back to the spirit world, your earthen tabernacle goes back to the earth and feed the organisms and microorganisms on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to show you that your flesh has a dead end.
Mm-hmm.
Your flesh can't produce anything conducive.
Yep.
It's only set up to die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you go out to the spirit, all right, now you're moving in an everlasting way, man, which is moving after the ways and the mind of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Like I said, that's why you fast. When you fast, you strengthen your spirit, you weaken your flesh, and you give your spirit a reboot, a reset. You eat certain foods that come from the earth, a lot of plant-based foods. You know, I say you eat the smoothies and that strengthens your spirit, man. All right? What's another thing? You practice ruling over your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the scriptures say, rule over your spirit, really that's like ruling over your flesh.
Mm-hmm.
All right? But that gives power to your spirit, man.
Yep.
You know?
And that's what it's going to take, to endure what we coming into.
Yeah.
Is having a strong spirit, man.
Yeah.
Because these people are flesh based, and they're going to make flesh based decisions, when it's in the clutch. You see, it takes a heavy spirit to look past this place, man, to really count this place out and really, look forward to a righteous kingdom to be established in the earth, man, because that's what the spirit wants. Your spirit wants a righteous kingdom in the earth, a righteous rulership, man. But the flesh don't give a damn who in power.
Mm-hmm.
The flesh just want to ball.
Just want to feel good.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish it out, and it says Psalms 51:6. It says, "Behold, thou desirest the truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden parts thou shalt make me to know wisdom."
See, Esau wants the 12 tribes to stay in the mindset of the flesh. Esau wants the 12 tribes to be primitive, man. 21. Everything, nigga culture is basically living after the flesh. He gives no energy into cultivating us spiritually. Mm-hmm. He gave us TD Jakes?
Yeah.
So he gave us because that's our connection to Yahweh. B'Hashem Yahushai is destroying the flesh and living after the spirit, man. All right. That's why we fasted as a collective, and we made things happen when we fasted as a collective, man. All right, we denied ourselves, man. Esau doesn't want you to deny yourself, man.
Yep. Obey your thirst.
Obey your thirst. He wants you to enjoy yourself.
Just do it.
Yep. That's why I said, give not thy soul that which she desires. But if you go back to that word soul, it goes back to the word self. Mm-hmm. But what they don't tell you in America is that you're supposed to have self-control. The first thing you're supposed to do when you come into this truth is really practice self-control. Because that nigga energy don't spit into the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's a whole different energy, man. Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Philippians chapter 3, verse 20. It says, "For our conversation is in heaven."
Yep, conversation really goes back to dwelling. Mm-hmm. Our conduct, our mindset is in heaven, man, which is really the kingdom. Like you always going to be kingdom minded. Mm-hmm. All right?
If I can get that word, conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And heaven is talking about rulership.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like the Bible wants what it's like, especially when I was in Birmingham with them brothers, man, we were having them conversation. The Bible is about rulership. Mm-hmm. The underlying tone of the Bible is about rulership. Every major rulership, that had a major influence on the earth, is mentioned, in the Bible. Mm-hmm. And the way, how Bashim Yahushai, has it set up, his sons will be the last, empire on the earth, the everlasting kingdom. And that's what this thing is about. So now our mindset is in the heavens, man. It's in rulership now, man. Like I was talking about earlier, on lesson I did. I ain't posted yet, but Jay got the red pill platform, you got the dating tips for Eve, what you should do, understand the woman. Man, fuck Eve, man. Yeah. We finna conquer the earth under Yahushua. The earth is finna conform unto the righteousness, man. You see, we way beyond this, man.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Our conversation is in rulership.
And part of denying yourself, once you practice some level of self-control in this truth, you gonna overlook what 75 to 95% of Eve, or 75 to 95% of women. If anything is based, if the foundation is, I'm trying to get some pussy, all right, really that mindset really dies in the truth, man. Because really the spirit bring a woman towards your way. So if you got to give any type of extra energy to a woman who hadn't proven that she's worth giving extra energy to, then really you overlook her anyway. So I'm all for the, red pill and, develop yourself as a man. But really, what's gain when you overlooking these women in the first place? Because the men of the Lord, we basically denied that part of us anyway to get it in the kingdom. In the kingdom, women gonna be servants, and that's it. It ain't gonna be no game, man.
This is that word for conversation in Greek. You go into the root word.
Strong's G 4176. Polytuomai.
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 And it says
Thayer's lexicon. Polytuo.
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 All right, so it says to behave as a citizen. So it's like we're already acting as if
we're in the kingdom.
We're in the kingdom. Our citizenship is in the heavens. So there's a way that we carry ourselves amongst each other, man. That's like that. That's why we rehearse the righteous acts. We're rehearsing for the kingdom.
Yeah, and part of being kingdom minded is wanting better.
Yep.
A king never settles.
Yep.
So if we just be complacent in America, that means we took our crown off and said we want to be citizens here.
Yep.
No, we want to be citizens in the kingdom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, a king never settles, and then also had the patience to wait it out.
Yep.
Wait for better. Like I say, because this society has taught us to think with a deprived mindset. So you jump on anything that's available. No, man. That's like you say, that's a primitive mindset, man. Yeah. A deprived mindset, man. And we're going past that now, man. And it says, this is the point, it says to conduct oneself as pledged to some law of life. And it's the law of life is the standard of the scriptures, man. And that's
a royal law.
Yep.
It's a royal law. Well, a lot of the laws, it directly separated us from the damn Canaanites. A lot, because I was going into the history, a lot of those heathens like Canaan, like even the Egyptians, man, they had certain rituals where they was messing with, animal feces and animal blood. That's why we had the law of cleanliness. That's why if you were, if you had to use the restroom, you had to go outside and bury it, man. All right? Just that alone shows you the standard the Most High had for his people, man. All right?
This is back in Philippians 3:20 says, for our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able to subdue all things unto himself. So we're waiting to put off these vile bodies and be changed into their glorious body, man. Those glorious bodies are meant for eternal rulers, man.
Going back to 2nd Ezra 2.
Yeah. Because the Most High makes everything equipped for his purpose. Like, look how he made the giraffe. To get those, because somebody got to eat those fruits up there at the top.
The leaves on them tall trees.
Yes, he made everything for its specific purpose. And if we are the sons of God, he's going to make us a body that's meant to rule eternally. Like, it's going to be equipped with everything we need to rule eternally, man. You can't even just wrap around it, You can mention it, but you can't even digest that, man.
It's meant to get dropped off on another planet. And manage that planet.
Go on the water. Dematerialize, rematerialize, man.
I have reason to believe, I don't know how it's going to play out. Maybe it's based on the dream I had. But you know how you had Aquaman? Like the Most High might have certain brothers on missions to clean the ocean. They're going to be flying and stuff, so it's not going to be laborious. But it's a lot of plastic in the ocean, man. The ocean is really our livelihood. It's our life source. But we got to clean up what this nigga messed up, man.
A lot of that fire going to clean it up, too.
Primarily.
Yep. That fire going to do a lot of cleansing, man.
Cleansing agent.
Yep. I think that was it. I had one more.
Okay, close out on that.
Because people think that pleasure, and a lot of things that trip people up about the ministry. They think pleasure stops in America or in this society. Like, you can't do nothing. Like, no, man, this gonna be full of pleasure, but it's gonna be in righteousness, man. You gotta think all the things you enjoy was created by Yahushua. So you think in his kingdom, he's not gonna upgrade pleasure as well.
Well, the earth was originally meant for pleasure.
Yep.
If you go into what's that, Eden?
Yeah.
Eden meant what, delight?
Yep.
Something to the effect.
Paradise.
But that was a paradise who? Adam.
Yep.
And the sons of Adam. And even if you look up the things that was in paradise, that was meant to be pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
The fruit had I think it's 2 Ezra 6, don't let me lie. But the fruit had diverse tastes. The flowers gave diverse smells, all right, of odors. That was for pleasure, man. But he still had to have a standard,
Now this is the book of Psalms, chapter 16, verse 11. It says, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore."
The Most High, just like us. If you had it, you'll give your woman the world. As long as she holds you down, as long as she obey you, that's all you want is your woman to honor you. And that's how the Most High is the nation of Israel. I want to give you the world as long as you're under subjection. And now we've confessed our sins, we repented. We want to go back in the mansion because he left us out in the street with these heathens, man. All right, but so when we get that, all right, he's going to give us pleasures evermore. So you had anything else you want to say?
No, that was it, bro.
Hey, but look, when you come into this truth, start living after the Spirit, start pouring into your spirit, fasting, praying, being amongst the brethren, all right? Even change your diet, eat things that benefit your spirit, man. Unplug from that processed bullshit to the best of your ability, man. I speak as a man, but I think that does something with your pineal gland, man. All right, I know Elder Pastor Hart spoke on it. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Shiro Hakudash, that by honest to our apostles, great millstone rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. Abba, come Yashala, Shalom.
Shalom.